Good morning, USA. I'm coming from Hollywood. I am in the W. Let's check this place out. As you can see in Hollywood at the moment, you've got the W there. I just had to find a little place so we can smash this out. And I know I've got a big audience happening in the US of A at the moment. And so it's 3 a.m. here at the moment. I know we've got everything happening over in America and also in the Australian states. So let's do it. So the reason I want to welcome everyone firstly, and I'm up at 3 a.m. I just had an amazing webinar with my 8-week online course, which was huge, how to have the work ethic of the super successful. And you just don't want to talk about it, you want to live it. So that's why I'm up at 3 a.m. Just came back from an amazing party and rubbing the shoulders with some A-list celebrities. So I want everyone now to start tagging everyone, get everyone on this. I want the interaction to be huge, because this is something that is absolutely crippling the lives, the minds, and the hearts of so many men, so many ladies. Why I say men, because that's who I work with around the world. I've been working with a lot of soldiers that have had the post-war trauma, which a lot of people are given this false stigma. A lot of people saying that depression, I've got depression, that's why I act like this, that's why I can't have that, and so on. So now I want you to start tagging people. I want you to start getting people on this interaction. I said it's going to be 1 more minute. So let's fire this bad boy up. Let's get as many people as we can. Start sharing this, start tagging people, and let's let this go viral, because what I'm going to teach you is something that saved my life, and it saved the lives of hundreds of other people. It hasn't just saved my life once, it saved my life over and over again. So let's get people on here, people that you care about, that are suffering from low confidence, that are suffering from depression, bipolar, all that bullshit, post-war trauma, and so on. And let's I'm going to give them the truth through life experience. I teach everything from life experience. Whoever's on here, just give me some love that you guys can hear me. Any questions, this is the time to ask them. This is why I'm up at 3 in Hollywood, and let's get this bad boy on the run. So I'm just going to let some people quickly get on board with this. Hey, how are you, Grant? Awesome, bro. If you can get Sam, get all your boys on this, Grant. I want you to tag them all. Same with you, Gordon. I want you to get as many people on here as possible. Geordie, this is going to be amazing for your people back at the Navy, especially Nathan as well. Jonathan, it was your birthday yesterday, bro. Happy birthday to you. Get your ass on here. Tony Carter, absolutely everyone that's coming to the retreats. I want to fill this motherfucker up, because what I'm going to be teaching people is some very real, raw, and the world needs to know about this. Yeah, this is something that saved my life. This is something that I've been able to obtain, the inner mind strategies, the work ethic, the lifestyle, and now I'm one of the world's top transformational coaches. And I was suicidal at one stage, because people said, you had been diagnosed with this, you have that, you have this. And when we create it, when we listen to people of authority, we think that we've got it, so then we act in a certain way that it ruins our life. Leroy Lynch, the White Knight, how are you? So I'm gonna come up with a right punch and a left jab, and I'm gonna get into this straight away. So this live stream is to talk about the false stigma about depression and what depression is and the whole mindset. Depression does not exist. It is not, and I'll say this again, it is not a diagnosed chemical imbalancement. There is not one. If you go into a psychologist, or you go to the top minds in the world, and you go and speak to people about, so is there a test, a clinical test that can diagnose someone about depression? No, there isn't. It is a false stigma that people can say, well, I've got depression, so take an antidepressant. I've got bipolar, I've got schizophrenia, and so on. People can be born with a mindset, or they say a chemical imbalancement that gives them depression. I was clinically proven with depression, bipolar, well actually manic depression, and schizophrenia. Clinically proven. You know what the test was? They took some of my hair, they sent it to a place over here in the States with Florida, and they said to me, well, Lee, you have got low serotonin. Well, Lee, your endorphins. Well, blah, blah, blah. You know what? So for 3 months of my life, I believed that. So every time I would feel down, okay, it's depression. Just making sure that the connection is all right. Just give me a thumbs up, guys, if you can still hear me, if this is all cool. So for so many times of my life, in 3 months of my life, when I felt down, when I felt sorry for myself, when I was, when I was going through all this bullshit, I was giving it out to people, and I was saying, okay, I cannot go to work, and I've got depression. Or if I wanted to get physically aggressive, not to anyone but to myself, I've got depression. When I gave into that, and it took my power away. When I decided, because the doctor gave me basically a Band-Aid that smothered the whole thing about me fixing the roots up. So you're not fixing the roots up. So what happens is you're just cutting the berries off the tree. And what happens with these so-called depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, all you're doing is you're smothering, you're not sorting out the problem. And you know what? The government knows this. The doctors know this, because you're not fixing up you're not ripping the roots out. So people can walk around functioning at 30%, functioning at being zombies. People aren't awoken, because all depression is one bad thought, and it's your focus, and you're just layering bad thought and bad thought. So that is depression. Depression is you constantly focusing on the negative, focusing on the problem, focusing on challenges, not any solutions. Because I did this, I know this. And look, people say, oh, this is bullshit, Lee, you're lying. No, hold on a second. I'm talking about I was a mess. There weren't many people that were in my environment that I even know about that have been as low as me. I tried to take my life 3 times, because what was predominantly on my mind? That I was shit, I was no good, I'd never be successful, I'd never be the girl of my dreams, I don't have much to give to the world, negative. And what do you think happened? That was on a daily basis. It would build up, and you begin to believe it. Take an antidepressant that would make you fucking numb, and it wouldn't wake you, so then you wouldn't look for the solutions. The antidepressant will numb you, so you don't have the energy, you don't look for it, it stops you thinking. That's what it does. There's nothing to do with chemical imbalance. Go for a walk. What I'll ask you is, people that say they've got depression, have you ever been happy? Have you ever been happy? Yes, you have. So depression is supposed to be, you're in a constant state of depression. If you put a pen in your mouth, I don't have a pen here, put a pen in your mouth and look at the ceiling and tell me if you can think of a bad thought. So it is bullshit. If you can keep doing that, you will be out of it. And I'll tell you what got me out of depression. I'll tell you what got me to stop taking these antidepressants. I tell you what saved my life when I tried to kill myself 3 times. Is I recreated my programming, started thinking about positive. Started thinking about where I wanted to go, started believing, moving forward, and so on. We were thinking about, obviously health as well, thinking about eating the right foods, thinking about moving forward and growing and doing that same thing. Can you guys hear me? I think we just cut out a little bit. Wait, brother.
Oh, I thought you told me something.
Oh, no, I'm just doing a live stream.
You look like the guy from bodybuilding.com, right?
Oh, a lot of people say that, yeah.
No, that's you?
Yeah, I've been on there a couple times, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good to see you, man. People want my autograph everywhere we go. So, awesome. How are you, Jordana? So, I've lost my, I was a little bit, he goes, a little bit starstruck, you wanted my autograph. So what is a very, very important thing is that you need, if you're focusing on the negative, if you're focusing on, you're going to hit that. So again, if you focus on the pole, you're going to hit the pole. You need to be, I know, don't get me wrong, at the start when you're doing this, it's going to take you a while to start, because unfortunately we're attracted to pain and we like the pain in a stupid way. So we'll think about the bad stuff and we get addicted to it. As humans, we get addicted to it. So how I got myself out of depression, I started to exercise. I started to just to get out and started to move my body. I started to love myself. So I started to put good food in. I would exercise because obviously, yes, it does get the endorphins going and so on, and it does make you feel better, but it's got nothing to do with the chemical imbalance with depression. What it does do, you start to love yourself, you exercise, you get blood flow, you're training, you're putting that love into yourself and you're correcting that. So yes, you will feel better. Obviously, if you're sitting there depressed, you sit there like this. I hate myself, hate my life, I'm so shit, oh fucking, I'm a loser. That's what you do, your body, your energy, and you're out of that. But once you start going out there, loving yourself, exercising, seeing yourself, working your body, yes, scientifically you're getting the endorphins going, you're looking better. So yes, that does help. By putting the right foods in your body, you're sending a subconscious message, I love myself, I love myself. People that are overweight, subconsciously, when they're eating, they're eating that shit food for a feeling. It's like they're basically hurting themselves because they don't love themselves. Oh, fuck, I hate my life, so ice cream, pizza, and so on. And remember, we do everything for a feeling. So, with that education, connecting with it. What I found was that I would go for walks when I was feeling down. I'd break my state. If I'm in an environment and it's a bad energy, I would go for like long walks. And I would think about everything I want in my life, where I want to be. 5-6 years ago, I wanted to kill myself, which I tried 3 times. I was in debt 850 grand. I was broken up with my ex-fiance. I lost my cars, lost all my properties. Again, I was taking a lot of drugs. I was hanging out with the wrong people. I was living with my parents, and I was like, where the fuck do I go? How do you think that made me feel? Even talking about that, it gives me, it doesn't make me feel quite cool. That's what I was focusing on. If I kept focusing on that, I would, yeah. How do you think I got out of that? I started focusing on what I wanted. I want to give back to the world. I want to look after myself. I want to be a person that people look up to and say, because of Lee, I didn't give up. I want to be a person that my parents are proud of. I'm going to have a family that my wife, my fiance, Regan, of course, is going to be so proud. I'm going to be a father of contribution and protection. I'm going to be someone in the world that's going to improve the lives of 1 million people. And that's what I used to say, and I still say it to this day. I want to be someone that walks down the street and go, fuck, look at this guy, in so many ways. And that's what I was focusing on. That's 5 years. And where do you think I am now? Where do you think I'm now? I'm one of the top leadership and transformational coaches in the world. Well, so I didn't even know this was in a magazine that I got told about yesterday, and that doesn't matter. It's about how I'm showing up today. It's how about I'm showing you the truth. So if anyone says, and I'm going to talk about to the soldiers now. I've been in contact with a lot of soldiers that have whatever it's called, PSD, whatever, post-war trauma. They say, well, I've been diagnosed, so that's why I can have these problems. That's why I can have this. That's why I can have that. And it is bullshit. Good morning, Robert. How are you, brother? From the US, the awesome stuff. What they keep focusing on, this is the problem when I work with people. They tell me all the bad things. They tell me what they've seen. They told me this person died, that died, this. They're talking about all the challenges, all the problems. And what happens? You look at the wall, you're going to hit the wall. You talk about the wall, you're going to hit the wall. If you focus on the wall, you're going to hit the wall. So they keep telling me about all the problems. Oh, but the doctor, but the psychologist said, I am clinically proven, I am clinically diagnosed with post-trauma, depression, this and that. It is fucking bullshit. If you start, Nathan, welcome, bro. This is very applicable to you. If you keep focusing, because what I do is I will speak to people I'll let them talk. And every word that comes out of their mouth is the negative, is the problem, is what they want to move away from. And if you keep focusing on where you want to move away from, how the fuck are you going to get away from it? So they're talking about all the trauma, all this, all the bad visualizations. You don't let anyone sit there and talk to you and let it, oh, but you know what, it's good to get it off your chest. No, it isn't, because if they're talking shit, if they're talking the wrong internal language, then that's what they're going to be creating. If you're letting someone just go blah, 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 and they're going to be creating that, then what do you think's going to happen? You stop them and say, hey, if you want to keep talking, so you're always focusing on where you saw the trauma, or what's going wrong in your life, or the nightmares, or someone getting blown up, or someone leaving you, or you don't have money, or whatever. You're focusing on that. And when I speak to these people, I say, hey, you need to stop focusing on the negative. You need to stop focusing on the pain. So we've been speaking for half an hour, and you're focusing on that. But they say, Lee, I've been diagnosed, so it's okay. The doctor said I had depression. The doctor said I had post-war trauma, so that's, it's okay for me to do that. No, it isn't. You can change your life by constantly being in the right environment, by constantly putting the right thoughts and the strategies in your mind, by constantly eating the right foods, and you can get away from that. What I'm going to tell you is I was suicidal again 3 times. I was taking a lot of drugs, I was hurting a lot of people, I was around a lot of some really bad people, and so on. And people say to me, well, Lee, did that really happen? And I'm like, well, speak to my parents. Speak to the people that were around me. Speak to Regan, that unfortunately saw the end part of it, yeah? And I don't say this because I want pity. I prefer not to say this stuff, Not that it's embarrassing, but hey, they were bad times. So what I'm going to say to you, the people that I've spoken to firstly that have post-war trauma, or say they've got depression, I'm telling you that I know the inner mind strategies. We have the system. I created Team Beast Mode International to save people's lives, to get people out of this, yeah? For men and for women. Because I see so many people walking around, I've got depression, I've got bipolar, and they're on antidepressants. How the fuck are we going to cut the tree? So think of this. You're going to have a tree, yeah? And all the Band-Aids do, all these antidepressants, all the psychologists do, is cut off the berries. And then what ends up happening? The berries grow back. You have another bad thought, or something else happens, or you have another misfortune, or someone leaves you, and then you go down in depression. You leave, or you miss someone in your job. You lose your job, or someone gives you a hard time, and you go down in this depressed state because you haven't ripped the roots out. And the way you rip the roots out, with focusing on your mind, creating your inner world, not taking antidepressants, not saying and being okay and saying to, the doctor says, well, you've got depression, mate, or lady, so you have to feel that way. So for you to feel down and feel sorry for yourself and not apply yourself and not be a champion, not be a leader, that's okay, because you have depression. It is fucked, and it is a scam that the pharmaceutical companies will keep feeding people these, and that's what it is. The pharmaceutical companies are the biggest profit building businesses in the world. It is because people want a quick fix. Here, take this tablet, everything will be fixed. That's not going to do it. All it's going to do is stop your connection and stop your understanding of the world, and you're going to become numb to the world. You're going to become numb to your power. If you know much about the third eye is a higher consciousness to know what's going around. And instead of you, and look, I want to lead by example. Yeah, this is my example. I want to lead by example. If you knew me 5 years ago, you would never think that I'm one of the top 5, or whatever it is. You'd never know that I'd be standing here in front of you, giving you this speech, giving you from my heart at 3 o'clock in the morning in Hollywood. This is why I want to give you hope. If I could do it, you can do it. And the way you're going to do it is get off your antidepressants. Be around people. Focus on what you want. If you catch yourself focusing on the negative, you'll get the negative. Talk about everything you want. Talk about everything what's going to happen in your life. Talk your life into a new existence. If you ever think about the past is gone. The trauma's gone. That war's gone. That partner's left you. The money's gone. Do not focus on it. It won't come back. Focus on everything you want in your life. Write it. Write it on, fucking spray paint it on your head. Everything that comes out my mouth, everything, am I focusing on everything I want in my life? And that's how I got myself out of depression. That's how I got myself out of a suicidal state. That's how I started creating and manifesting and having everything I want in my life. That's how I started bringing the right people in my life. That's how I brought the woman of my dreams in my life. That's how I am drawing high-end clients, high-end people, high-end friends, high-end team into my life. That's how I've drawn all of you into my life, is focusing on what I want. If you're going to be a mentor, if you're going to be a coach or a person of influence, you don't say, well, I want to help everybody, because you have people in your environment that you don't want. You need to start drawing out the people that you want in your life, the relationship, yeah? The people that you want in your environment and so on. Don't just say, well, I want to help out, because you'll have people that will bring you down, and so on and so forth. So for anyone that is so-called battling depression, or for all the soldiers that are basically told to keep focusing on their post-war trauma, there is a better way. There is a solution. And when people get on the phone and then they get into all this self-sabotage, oh, well, I don't have the time, well, I don't have the money, then you don't want it bad enough. You don't. When are you going to be motivated? When times get too tough, or when you fucking try to take antidepressants like I did, or when you smash your car into a pole like I did, or when you do other things to try to take your life like I did? When the fuck are you going to make the difference? When are you going to stand up and say, well, I need to do that? You need to find the time, because you know what I'll say? If you have a week to live, which maybe you do, then you do everything in your power to change your life. And that's why I've created a brotherhood. That's why I've created an environment where women and men I'll say the truth. You come with a strong message, and you're going to get a lot of strong rebuts. But I know what changed my life. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. I do not care what anyone else says. It's changed my life, and it's changed the lives of not 10, not 20, not 30, but hundreds of other men and women. So what is that telling you? Oh, I have a chemical imbalancement? Lie. Well, I have this, and that's a lie. I'm glad it worked that way for you, mate, but I've tried a similar approach, and it fucked all that up for myself again. Well, obviously, Ray, man, there's, get in contact with me. You obviously didn't do it at your full potential, because, a lot of people, they'll do it, and then they'll fall back into their old ways. Yeah? And, everyone can say, oh, but that's different for everyone. Yes, it is different for everyone. We try. We don't stop. If you go this way and it doesn't work, we don't stop and just, well, it didn't work for me. We go another way. And people that don't get the results or haven't got the results, we need to twerk it. We need to customize it, because, yes, it's not going to work for everybody, but we don't stop. We do not stop. We do whatever it takes. Because don't get me wrong, when I did all my psychology, when I did my NLP, when I did that, I lapsed as well. I spent like ridiculous amounts of money I didn't have, like 30 grand when I was broke. I was 850 grand under. And I borrowed money off my fiance, I borrowed money off Regan, I borrowed money off my parents. And I lapsed again. I'm like, fuck it, this doesn't work. This is bullshit. Because I wasn't applying it. It takes time. But once I believed, I wasn't a pretender, and I did it, you're going to get the result. And what I'm going to say to you, Ray, what I'm going to say to everyone, you will get the result. The human spirit will always take you to a higher purpose if you did it correctly. Obviously, there's things that you need to sort of twerk, brother. And that's why I'm here. I am very selective who I let in my brotherhood. I'm very selective of who I let in into my environment, into my retreats, into my VIP. If I was money hungry, I would have a full pocket all the time with people wanting to do it. But I don't want to work with everybody. I don't want to be with the people, for one thing, that are 100% coachable, that we are going to get the result, and that they're hungry. You know, there's so many people that come in, oh, you know, they want you to do all the work for them. No, I will tell you, I love to lead, and I lead through the path that I've walked on. Yeah, that's why I have everything that I talk about. I have no notes. It's all life experience. I don't sit there, well, I'm just going to say this because it sounds good. No. What I'm telling you, people, you need to wake the fuck up. You need to wake the fuck up. The way you're living out this existence, it is not right, and it's not an excuse. Oh, well, it didn't work for me. Oh, well, I have depression. Oh, well, it's not meant to be. No. Every human being on this planet is destined for greatness. Every human being is so able to change their lives right now, but you need to have the right people in your environment. You need to have the people that have been there. You need to have the people that tell you the fucking truth, that don't lie to you and say, well, okay, cool, it didn't work for you, that's okay. You know, like even the whole thing about people, they want to talk, you go to a psychologist. And if you're talking stuff that doesn't exist, if you're talking just bullshit and rubbish, and they're letting you say that, you're creating your inner world, you're destroying yourself. Well, you know what, and I'm not this, and I'm that, and I'm no good, and yeah, this person doesn't love me, and I'm not supposed to be successful. Wank, wank, wank. You're saying that you're creating a world that's destroying yourself from the inside out. Stop. Talk about all the solutions. Talk about fucking the challenge. Don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me everything you can do. You keep doing that every day. Not on one day off, one day off. You keep doing it every day with 100% belief, and in a week, your life will change. The SPs, don't worry about the world out here, I need to do that. Worry about your inner world. Switch off, go to a park every day, worry about your world, I'm feeling good, my life's changing, and so on. And then what happens, and this is probably where you went wrong with Ray and everyone else. People concentrate on the outer world. I need to fix this, I need to be around this person, I need another job. No. That is superficial. If you don't fix in here, you aren't going to see the beauty. You aren't going to see the magic. You won't appreciate where you're at. I'll tell you something. When I came off the plane, I was very jet lagged because I didn't sleep because I was doing a lot of study on there. Where am I now? I'm in fucking Hollywood, USA, staying at the W Hotel. I'll be honest with you. Me knowing everything I know. I came here tired and a bit grumpy, and I didn't appreciate where I was. Here I am, coach, guru, mentor, and here I know all this stuff, and because I'm in a lowered state, I'm a bit tired, I was a bit, you know, I'm looking around where I am, and the way I'm looking at it, I wasn't appreciating where I were, and we're in fucking Hollywood. We were able to fly business class, and because I was tired, because I was in the wrong state, and I was being weak, when I came here, I had a nap, did what I had to do, started working on myself again. You know how grateful I am. I'm completely like where I am at the moment. I'm fucking excited. Are we back? Just give me some love. You guys can still hear me. Just give me a thumbs up. Aaron goes, get in the inside right and the outside will fall into place. That is right. Do not work on it. Beautiful. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So that I'm being honest with you. You know, because I was in a weakened state, because I was tired, because I had a bit of jet lag, I didn't appreciate that I'm staying at the fucking W. That I didn't appreciate my life. I didn't appreciate that I have the understanding and I have the opportunity to to be able to express myself, to give you this priceless information. Nathan goes, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you're successful. That's the motto I live by with my work, to get the retreat soon. Awesome, man. I love that. And that's true. If you wanted what Nathan said, that I really love that, bro. If you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, you'll make it happen. And that's what it's about. I'm telling you that, I bless where I've come from, and because I can congruently say, well, look, this is where I've been and this is where I'm at. and we're about to go to another level, and we're about to go again, and we're about to go again. Because you know what, a lot of people say, well, I've read books, well, this, I've had a hard life, here's a silver spoon in your mouth. And they can't really congruently talk about where people have, hey, that's the whole purpose why I've created what I'm doing, is that the world is in a lot of pain. A lot of men are in a lot of pain, and I was there. And that's where it came to me. That's where my life purpose came, that I want to take men out of darkness and put them on a path. But what I say to you all, if you want that life of abundance, of health, of life purpose, of contribution, of giving back to your family, of having an amazing sexual, passionate relationship and enjoying it life, having a smile on your face, then that's what we've created at Beast Mode. That's why there are so many different techniques. That's why there's the VIP, there's the retreats, there's the Beast Den, there's the one-on-one. Since I've been here in America, I've had that many people ring me up, hey bro, look, I want to come over, I want to do the one-on-one work with you, I see what you're doing. And that's the difference with people that really want it or people that are going to do it. Look, I've spoken to a lot of you already on the phone, and you're telling me about all the problems you've got, and I really felt for you. But when it comes to here's the solution, here's that, oh, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. Really? Honestly, really, how can you operate like that? You're telling me how bad the things have happened. Like, I'm not even going to get into this. And then you go, I've given you my time. Don't worry about the money. People pay hundreds of dollars and like an hour to spend time with me, and I get on there for an hour because I care about you, and you're a stranger. And then you tell me about all the reasons why you can't do it, all the pain, all the problems, and then I say, okay, this is the solution. And then you don't want it. You want people to hear you. You want people to feel sorry for you. You want you because I've been diagnosed, which is a fucking lie. So stop living the lie. When are you going to do something different that is going to get you out of that? When the fuck are you going to be a man? Seriously. If you've got a wife, if you've got kids, or if you've got a girlfriend, you deserve it to them to fucking get out of that bullshit environment for you to be someone else. I'm saying this with love because enough is enough. If not now, then when? I don't do this to get you into my environment. I don't do this to try to say you into anything if you're thinking that. Honestly, there's so many people that I've had people that come into me that throw the money. I don't want that. I want you to want this because you want it. And then you can become a leader and improve, your environment to help your wife, help your kids, help your friends. That's what it's about. That's what the world needs. But there needs to be a give and a receive. There needs to be a push and a pull. And if you're sitting there telling me all the reasons why you can't do this, well, and that is the whole misconception in the world. That is the whole problem that we have in this world, is that because we have a problem about people that are struggling in life and say, well, you know what, you can live at 30% because you have depression. I was born like this. I have a problem. So I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone. It's a fucking cop-out. Grant goes, I'm not a depressive person as far, and I know when I do feel low, teachings and strategies help me pick myself up. Of course. And that's what it's about. It's always going to be an up and down, Grant, man. There's always going to be a push and pull. I even know there's times when I feel sorry for myself. I get myself down. And I'm like, hold on, Lee. You being that leader that's going to be standing up on the stage and you're going to be impacting 1 million lives by 2019, would you be functioning like this? Let's say something. What time is it now? It's 3:40 a.m. I've just come back from a gala in Hollywood, yeah? It's AM. And what am I doing? I've just had a webinar for an hour, and now I've been on another half an hour of my time to give this to you. So I want you guys to think about that. Not to say, oh, well, Lee, well done, tap on the back. No, this is how I'm leading. You lead by example. Follow my call. Look at this guy, man. He's, it's 4 o'clock in the morning almost, and he's giving you his energy. He's got high energy. He's giving you his love. He's talking from the heart about where he's been. I don't like sharing where I've been. That's not that embarrassing, but some people look down at you. If they're going to look down on you, what does that say? They're not the right people for you. So what I say is for people that have had enough of their lives, people that are living at a low vibration, people that have, look, I want to stop feeling the pain. I want to stop not understanding. I want to have this. I want to be a leader. I want to give to my family. Then you need to reach out. Stop making the excuses. Stop focusing on something else. Stop taking shortcuts, because what we've got here is proven. It's changed my life. It's changing the lives of every brother that comes into our organization, that comes into our environment. The people that don't achieve, they get caught up in the wrong mindset. They get caught up in their feminine. Oh, it's not for me. It's not for me. That's okay. It's not for everybody. Not everyone is going to be at the top. Not everyone's going to be the 1%. But what I'm saying is for all the people that are on here, all the amazing women, all the amazing men, is that what you're doing now is not enough. And there is a path. There is an easy way. Like Steve Mack says, there's a better way. And what I say to you is, don't just get on this live stream and say, well, I feel good about it. You need to be doing something every day. If it's not with Team Beast Mode International, then if it's with someone else that can lead you, that you make the connection with, then that's great. If that's going to lead you, if that's going to protect you. But what I'm going to say is, you don't have depression. You don't have post-war trauma. You don't have bipolar. You know, there is no, I have been around the world and I've spoken to the greatest minds. It was even on YouTube, this video, and they've taken it off. There is no proven test that can clinically prove you to have fucking depression. Oh, yes, there is. And I've seen people get aggressive and get abusive and say, oh, it's a chemical imbalancement. My ass, it's a chemical imbalancement. Serotonin will give you more energy, will make you smart, but you can be in that state by getting yourself into state, by, you know, shaking your hands out, by going for a run, having exercise, and puts endorphins in your mind. That's not you having depression. That's you focusing on shit, which is going to give you the stress hormone, which is called cortisol, and so on. You can this is what I don't understand. Depression means a constant state of depression. And I'll ask you guys, do you feel happy at all? Yes, I do. So there you go. You put a pen in your mouth, you look up there, look at yourself in the mirror and smile. Go to humor. If you're saying that you need some more kick in your ass, or in your life, kick in the ass, learn how to be humorous. Go and watch comedy. Yeah, stand-up comedy. And watch how your life changes around. And don't take life too serious. Don't take life too serious. Yes, we're on the grind. Yes, we want to do that. But if we're resisting, what happens? Resistance with resistance, you get more resistance. Enjoy life, enjoy the process, laugh, smile, be a cheeky bugger, and then watch your life transform. And why I say this is because this was me. I'm a perfectionist, you know, I'm a hard ass. You know, I've come from, you know, that sort of background. But once I start enjoying it, people know me when they see me when we go out, how much of a laugh we have. And they're like, fuck, I didn't know you were like this. And that even realigns me now, 5 years down the track. Enjoy life. Yes, you can be on the grind. We don't work to live. You know, when people say we don't live to work, we work to live. It's like we don't sit here and do, you know, we're here to make a living, yeah? We're here to give back to the world. Being in a job doesn't give back to the world. It gives back to the boss. So be of contribution because we all have magic. We all can give back. So what I'm going to say, I want you to share this with people that think, well, you know what, I'm going to live that shitty existence. I'm going to be, you know, I'm not going to have a partner, or I'm going to stay aggressive, or I'm going to stay, you know, living at 30% of my full potential because I have depression, or because someone told me that, you know, all this bullshit story. It is a lie. We are under a controlled suppression, a blindfold. The higher powers do not want us to rise because they do not want us to find out the truth of what's going on. The Illuminati, the federal bank, they don't want to know what's going on. They hold us in account. We live a lie. Yeah? I'm not saying that force the system, but work the system that's going to benefit you. There are a lot of people out there that they say, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. If we say something to people, if we call fear and we name it, we make it real. If we call depression a name, we make it real. If we give anything a name, we give it power. So then we give it power and it stops us from having that, yeah? I'll give you an example. A lot of the brothers that come to my retreats, a lot of the brothers that come to my environment, they say, well, Lee, I got depression. Lee, I'm not supposed to do this. Lee, I don't speak up. And if you saw them in the matter of 6 days when they leave the retreats, they are completely different men. They're speaking up, they're, you know, being that provider. They're, you know, you should see them. People go, well, I don't like talking in front of people. And they're getting up on stages, putting on these performances, talking from their heart. 6 days transform their lives. 6 fucking days, not 6 years or 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 or 5 days, 6 VIP, 5 days. These men are coming to these environments. They're being putting up on their stage. They're being tested because deep down, they've got this lion that wants to roar. They've got the truth. But what happens? Oh, if they sit there, well, I've got depression, I'm not supposed to be happy. And Matty McKee, man, you know, he was there. You should have seen him. Matty struggled with trusting people like myself, not speaking from his heart. Now he's a completely different man. He's loving himself more. He's feeling congruent. You know, things are easy and effortless. He's not having, well, I don't want to say, you know, hold back. Now we're seeing his true colors. Now we're seeing his passion because he's like, you know what? I do believe in myself, and what I've got to say, the world needs to hear about it. I don't care if you don't like it. You know, you're not going to make a match for everybody, and you don't want to make a match because the people that you don't want to make a match for need to fucking come up to your level. Seriously, the people that are going to make a match are going to be on your vibration. And that's what I discovered. Being around high class people, being around people that lift you, they're going to make the match. Love you too, bro. And Rob, yes, see you in October. It's going to be fantastic. And that's what it's about. I'm not here trying to make you think away. I just want to give you an understanding, and from my life experience, everything that I teach, everything I talk about is the truth from my life experience. And fortunately, a lot of other men have been on that path, fortunately, but unfortunately, in the pain, its perspective, they've been on the same path, but they're getting the results. If I'm getting the results and hundreds of other men are getting on the results, well, let's look into it a little bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, it won't work for everybody. What it doesn't work, or why it doesn't work, is because you truly haven't applied yourself, or you truly haven't believed in the process, because depression doesn't exist. It is not a chemical imbalancement. Post-war trauma, if you keep focusing on it, because all these men, I spoke to 10 of the soldiers, and what they told me about, and what they spoke about, is the pain, is the gore, is the trauma. That's all they spoke about. So let me say something. If they're focusing on all that, what's going to be in their mind? That. So they know. I said to them, well, so tell me a solution. Tell me how you're going to get out of that. Oh, well, that's why I'm here to see if you. I'm being positive. I'm doing that. They're just doing little bits that's making them feel okay. It's not good enough, guys. The Navy, the people that are in the Air Force, all the other Marines. If it's not with me, if it's with someone else, by you putting a post up, by you getting in a little group, it's not good enough. When life will get hard, you will fucking fall back down because you're not equipped. So stop taking the shortcut. Stop making the excuse I don't have the money. Stop making the excuses that I don't have the time, because you know what? When time gets hard and when you hit fucking rock bottom again, you're going to go, geez, I should have done something about it. Yeah? And that happened to me 3 times. And those 3 times I tried to take my life. So do not go down that same path, okay? Do whatever it takes now. If not now, when? It's not about finding the money. It's not about the time. It's about making the sacrifice that you want to change. And that's why I don't want to hear people that, when I say to them, oh, well, Lee, look, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, schizophrenia, people on ice. Why? You think they've got all that conditioning, bad thoughts, addicted to ice, or the trauma of their mates, whatever, their partner leaving them, not having money, all the bad thing. It's a simple test that I put people through. Then I say to them, tell me the solution, tell me what's the opposite to that, and they can't. They're that conditioned of focusing on the bullshit, and that's what they're going to have in their life. Obviously, they might go to a seminar, or they might do a post, they might do this, they might do that. That's when things are good. But there'll be times when life will give you a right hook and you will fucking crash and burn. And that's when you'll be, oh, geez, I better do something. And that's why I'm here, to build that bridge, so I don't want people to fall down. I don't want people to, have to feel the pain. And unfortunately, as humans, we're lazy and we want to be motivated when there's pain. So what I'm saying to the world, it's 4 o'clock, I don't think I'm going to be asleep, I reckon I'm going to head down to the gym, is I want you to send this message out to the world. Yes, there's going to be different ways with the methods that we've got, but I'm saying you need to get men, you need to get women in contact with what we're doing, and we need to save the world together. Alone we're unique, together we're unstoppable. Do not think this is something, well, let's sell people into that. I don't care. If you saw the way I speak to people, 7 out of 8 people I will turn away from my services because they don't make a match. But some guys want to see who's got the bigger one, or some people want to steal what we're doing, the methods and so on. It needs to be a two-way street of what we're doing here. I only want to work with people that are 100% obsessed and committed with changing their lives and the lives of people around them. If that is you, get in contact with me. Send me an inbox and I want to get in contact with you. But what I want to leave everyone is, it will take time. You aren't going to, go and do a retreat, or you aren't going to go. This is the thing. Your conditioning for how many years you've had hasn't served you, yeah? Unfortunately, our parents and their parents and so on, the environment, we are set up for failure. We are conditioned for failure. Sorry, guys, there's a bit of a buzz from the alarm. So society has set us up so life has to be hard. There has to be suppression. There has to be struggle. There has to be that. Like, it drives me crazy. Like, I spoke to some high-end people tonight, being in Hollywood, and they are brainwashed as well. Luckily, they've got a team around them, tells them when to wipe their ass, when to walk, what to say, how to stand and smile. They've got a team that does that. If they didn't, that's why they crash and burn. That's why the stars crash and burn, because their team tells them, step like that, move your head to that, say that thing. They've got a team around them, yeah? And when they don't listen to the team, they crash and burn because they don't have the conditioning. They don't have the life experience. They're a talent that they rise to the top quickly, and then they crash and fall. Some insider secrets for you there. So what I'm saying is, let's get together. Let's change the world together, because living your life not having dreams, living your life not like a celebrity. When I say like a celebrity, whatever success is to you, don't think people are lucky or people do that. You can be living a life of amazing health, whatever that is to you, amazing wealth, whatever that is to you, life purpose, whatever that is to you, giving back to your family, building an amazing family, whatever that is to you, having an amazing, hot, sexy relationship, whatever that means to you, and fucking enjoying life and whatever that is to you. If you haven't got that, you deserve it. People say, well, Lee, man, you know, I was this, I was that, you know, I was brought up the wrong way, or I'm unlucky, I'm not supposed to. That's fucking all bullshit. If you knew where I come from, if you knew that I lost everything, you knew how mentally fucking retarded I was. I didn't speak for 2 months. I was that emotionally retarded, as they called it. I didn't speak for 2 months. They gave me that many antidepressants and sleeping pills. People would talk to me. I would have a hoodie on. I would sit there. I could hear what they were saying, but I couldn't respond because my brain was that fucking clogged up with negativity. I would sit and cry because you know what? My brain was so busy that I was getting so skinny because it's going, but negativity. It was all negativity. Once I broke the cycle, and don't get me wrong, it can be challenging. If you say it's hard, it's going to be hard. But if you do whatever you need to do every day and you focus on that, and I wish I had someone like me. I wish I had someone, you know who saved me? My family and my fiance Regan. They got me out of the right way. But you know, if I had someone like me that would kick my ass, tell me the truth, I would have been leaps and bounds. You know, I would have been out of that in 6 months, not 3 years. Yeah? Lee Lynch, leading everyone to create a better existence for themselves and others. Team Beast Mode International. And that's what it's about. You know, I'm so proud of, you know, Lee being such a fucking, you know, an epitome of man. And he inspires me of having his, you know, having a beautiful family. That's what I want. You know, he looks like he's got a body of a god. He's a pilot. And, you know, with that, even with that, he still doesn't 100% believe in himself. He still doesn't 100% respect himself. And I'm like, really? And where does that come from? There's obviously something that's happened that he doesn't believe in himself, and that's what we're here for. He inspires me, I inspire him. It's the same with all the brothers that are on here, Rob, Matt, and Leon. You know, everybody's got something that we all inspire to, and that's what it's about. No one is better than others. I'm just looking at the other names. I know there's Aaron, I know Daniel's on here, Grant's on here as well. Every man that's on here, even the ladies as well, you know, Gordon's on here as well. You all inspire me. Like, I know there's a lot of Regan's clients on here, and you all are fucking amazing. You know, Lee Maverick Lynch. That's so true. So what I want to say is, you all deserve greatness, and you will get it. And you know how you will get it? Is being around the right people, being in a system, follow their path. That's why I'm so passionate about what I do, because don't go down there, you'll burn. Don't go down there and you'll fall off a cliff. Don't go down that way, there's a pothole. This is the right way. And if you don't go that way, what it does drive me crazy, because I want to, and this is the thing that I'm getting better, I want people to go down there, and you can't force people to change their lives. But then you listen to people, hey bro, this happened, this person left me, I've got that. I'm like, if you did what I told you to do 6 months ago, you wouldn't have this problem. And obviously people have to be ready to step up. But what I'll say is, you are all destined for greatness. You are all able for greatness, and you were all put on this fucking planet to be great. Simple. Leroy goes, thank you, mate. You're all inspired by your actions and appreciate the support and guidance. Right back at you, man. You know, I don't piss anyone's pocket for the hell out of it. You know, I'm very honest with people as well. I tell people what's going on in my life, because I want people to understand how, you know, how reachable and how doable. I want to make it very, very obtainable. You know, because, you know, a lot of people, like, it's really hard. Look, I'll never be able to get to them. You know, I want to make it on an even battlefield that everyone can say, fuck, if Lee can do it, I can do it. Yeah? That's an important thing. That's something that I really pride myself off, is that I want to make it reachable for people. They say, oh, but that's Lee. You know, he's been doing it for 5 years. Or that's Lee, he does this. Or he has that. Or he makes this much money. Or he has that partner. Or whatever. That is bullshit. Because then that keeps you in your comfort zone. But if you can say, you know what? I'm just going to follow this path, yeah? And again, it's not for everyone. But what I will say is, the reason why you don't have what you want, because you're pretending and you're not obsessed. And let's just break this down. You can have everything you want. Depression doesn't exist. This is going to rock a lot of people, whatever they say. Some people go, well, I'm born with a mental condition, whatever that mental condition is. And I know some people are born with Down syndrome. I know some people are born with other conditions. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is negative thought, negative thought, negative thought, negative thought. If I still believed what the doctors told me, what the psychologists told me, what these people in America told me about when they took a serotonin and, you know, what but that's just Lee, he's got a condition. I would be dead now. I wouldn't be changing lives. I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be having this impact on the world I'm having right now if I believed them. So think about that. If I believed them all these years ago, would I have come into your path? Would I have set you on the right course? No. Do you know what I'm saying? It is just... Oh, Leon goes, the white knight already got the coin. I recently sat down and wrote down. What was that, Jonathan? You recently sat down and wrote... So this is what it's about. Me and Jonathan, we're speaking soon, man. And this is one thing I want to say to people as well. When we speak, we're not there to talk about all your problems and get it out. We're there to say, okay, cool. You're admitting you've got it. Here's the bridge. Now you need to sacrifice and you need to be disciplined. I'm going to put yourself in an environment. I'm going to put yourself in a proven course, in a proven timeline, and in a proven journey that you're going to get the results. Are you in or out? Simple. I don't want to sit here and focus on your problems. I already know that you've got problems. You guys have already said that to me. I'm here to lead everyone to an existence, but you need to appreciate my time and my self-worth, and at the same time, you need to appreciate your time and your self-worth, and that's what it's about, yeah? We need you. You're in a system. You're not in a system to go, oh, if you're thinking about the money or you've got no time, then you don't want it bad enough. If someone tells me now, even with my new coaches, the money that they're asking about, I don't have the money, but I'm like, I can see the bigger picture, and it's not about the money. I want to go to that existence. I want to take my life to the next level, and I'll do whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes, and it will fucking happen. Because if I want to be a better person for you, better person for Regan, better person for my family and my fucking family to be, then I can't keep being the person I am now. Because yes, okay, I've got whatever, but I want to be better. And you want to keep being better because the world needs better, Don't just do enough, do whatever it takes to get to where you want to go. So the brothers that I need to be speaking to, yes, I understand you've got challenges, you've told me that, but I want to tell you the solution. Let's not waste my time, let's not waste your time. Let's go to a better existence, let's get on the fucking path, let's be in the system, let's be in the program, the brotherhood, the community, the platform that's going to give you what you need to give, yeah? And the reason why I'm speaking like this, because the brothers that are coming up, that are starting their own new tribes, that's how you have to lead people, because the people that are coming in, they're really good at fucking their lives up. They're really good at not doing whatever it takes. So you can't get caught up in, hey, don't recreate the wheel. We've got the answers. We've got the path to the least resistance. And that's what I'm going to say to you, world. What I really need from everyone. I want you to share this message that if you have anyone, a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, an auntie, an uncle, anyone in your life that is struggling from so-called depression, that is feeling sorry for themselves, that is constantly focusing on the negative, that's constantly focusing I don't have enough, is constantly focusing on the effect and scarcity, then you need to get them on this live stream. You need to get them in contact with me or whoever that they make a connection with, because life is too short. Life is too short to be functioning at anything above fucking 200%, not 80, not 100, 200%, because we are all deserving for greatness, and the world needs more givers instead of takers. You can create the world, you can do this much effort and get that much return, yeah? You know when people say, well, they're just lucky. Luck doesn't exist. You create your destiny. You create your path. Oh, that happened because no, that's because a person's believed and manifested. Yeah, not because of luck. Oh, yeah, you just want money. Oh, you're lucky. No. They have put the thought out. They haven't been a pretender. You put that energy out. There is higher powers there. There is a greater power out there. There's energy. You put out a fucking signal of belief and you're going to get the results. If you put a signal out of pretend, the universe is going to give you a slap and say, stop fucking pretending. And life will be hard. If you pretend, if you're lazy, if you want to go off and on, you'll be going through life with the handbrake on. And eventually, if you're not strong enough, you end up going to fucking hit a wall and you're not going to enjoy it. But you see these people that get great bodies, their body gets better. People that make money, they make more money. People that be off contribution, they help more people. People that give more to their family and they do it easy and effortless. People that have a relationship, the relationship gets better. And people that, enjoy the process, they enjoy it more. It's because it's habit. And it's because you're programming your subconscious and you're pushing through. You're doing whatever it takes and it gets easy. It's momentum. Change is flow. Flow is change. Success is momentum. Jonathan goes, I recently sat down and wrote a list of all the things that I believe went wrong in my life. I ended up being 6 pages full where I went wrong, so I could work on these issues. One for having, say, the most depressing era down. I just spent a week in bed as zero motivation. Proof is right in front of me. Positive thoughts result in positive outcome. Beautiful. You should have got in contact with me, man. And what I want you guys to write, if you focus on the negative, you need to teach your brain it's looking for the solution. So don't just write down what everything is wrong. Do the flip side. And then what I want you to do with the negative, I want you to burn the negative. I want you to cross the negative out and burn it. That's going to stay in your mind. But if you write down all the problems, you're creating those pictures, you're creating the internal representation, you're creating that timeline of it's going to destroy you from the inside out. So focus on the problem. Okay, your brain's got the problem. Then do the opposite. Focus on all the solutions. Boom, boom, boom. You feel great. Then burn that and get rid of it and say it's gone. It's not part of me. Then what I want you to do is focus on the solution. If you focus on the solution and you know you can even get better, boom, go even better with it. Go even get. Keep pushing it. But don't ever think, oh, this happened. When I talk about my past, I talk about it, but it's there. I'm not associated into it. So if you say you're depressed or you hate your job or you don't like your body, you're not doing that. That's not happening now. You're working better. That's the problem. It's not me. It's what I'm working on. That's the difference. Don't say, oh, well, because if you stay in the problem, if you associate yourself with the problem or the challenge, you will become it. So what you need to do is look at it as an observer. Okay, the challenge is I need to make more money. I don't like my job, but I'm working on it. Well, I don't like my body and I'll be working on it. That's not me, I'm working on it. Well, I don't like this partner, I don't like that. That's not me, I'm working on it. Okay, so this is a real powerful thing that you need to do. Don't associate yourself. You aren't the problem. You aren't the challenge. You are working on something that's going to move you to a greater existence. Very, very important. You are a work in progress. I am a work in progress. It's something that's very, very powerful. Another thing that you need to be mindful. I think my mum's on here. Hello, mother. I just saw that. Love you. It was my mother's birthday a few days ago. And I'm sending you my love from Hollywood. Can't wait. I'm going to Melbourne. As you can see, I'm a mummy's boy. And, I do this and I've created this for the respect and the hell that I put my parents through for that all these years ago. So now I'm all started. It's like I got stage fright because my mum's watching. So an important thing, what I want everyone to do, anyone that you know in your life that can benefit from this, show them this. Show them what we do at Team Beast Mode International. Look, don't get me wrong. People can get it like, oh, you're a big meathead, you're this, and it's a very aggressive and all that. Yes, people are going to say that because it keeps them in their comfort zone. You know, when people talk about haters know everything that you do. They know everything more than you do. So don't let that... Grant goes, haha, no more F-bombs. It's all right, she knows what is fuck at the end of the day, Grant. Do you know what I mean? That's something that we call it a name and we give it a power. So that's what it's about, brother. You know, my mum, I've still got the respect there and so on. So, what I want to talk about and keep going on about, how are you? Who's that? Is that Ange? Oh, that's Johnny. How are you, Johnny boy? So, as everyone can understand, belated happy birthday, Mrs. Bundy. You're a gentleman, mate. Awesome stuff. So, let's get back into it. So, what I want to focus on and what I really want to let people walk away with is, yes, you're going to have a live stream. Yes, there's going to be a webinar. Yes, there's going to be a lot of different other things. But what you need to be mindful about and what you need to understand is, what are you going to do in your inner world to make a difference? Because a post is not going to change your world. A webinar is, if you don't apply and don't keep moving forward from it, that's not going to change your world. Remember, we need to be in the positive and moving forward to get rid of all that bad conditioning, to get rid of all that bad, that understanding of where we're going wrong in our lives. And it doesn't happen overnight. People think, oh, well, I went and done this and it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong. In the retreats and how I've created 6 days, the guys walk in and they leave a completely different man. But it's what they do afterwards, which is everything. Yeah. Aaron goes, if you don't have haters, you aren't pushing the boundaries. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. When you come from a strong message, and I want to give everyone a lesson about this. I don't like focusing on this. When you come with the truth, when you come with a strong message, you are going to rock people because they're not liking, fuck, he's making me grow. He's right. He's getting me out of my comfort zone. So for them to stay in their comfort zone, blame, effect, so on, they're going to create this facade. It's when people are intimidated by you that they're going to try to bring other people down. So then, they feel good, they feel comfortable. Come with me, come with me. And it's happening. It's happening with some brothers that used to be in our environment. And that's okay. We know that we're going to change the world. We know we're going to a higher existence, yeah? The stronger your message is, at the end of the day, if I don't like someone, do you think that I'm going to even be friends with them on Facebook, or let alone read their shit or be on their video? Come on, I'm going to, someone that I don't like, fuck, I'm not going to even bother, I'm not going to even read their name, let alone getting on their stuff and spending, 2 hours writing a fucking encyclopedia. Come on, guys, think about it. They're your best fans. So true, got to keep the momentum up, Leon said, and that's what it's about. Get in a plan, get in a system, focus on where you want to go, know where you're going every day. Don't go, well, I want that, a roundabout. You need to know what you're doing every day, next week, and so on, and keep pushing through. Johnny goes, fuck the past, it's the past, and well, fuck you. That's exactly right. And that's what it's about, guys. It's about the journey of enjoying the journey, being happy. Don't get caught up. So what I want to say is, if you can take anything away from this live stream, if you catch yourself focusing on the negative, catching yourself focusing on the solution, go like this, put yourself across your throat. You're slitting your success throat, yeah? What you need to understand is start talking your life into existence. Start talking your new life into existence, focusing on everything you want. Focus on, so I write in everything. I've created. Even if it hasn't happened right now in this reality, it's happened in the next reality. Time and space need to catch up. You need to be the person right now that you're going to be every day, to be that person, to be your end goal. We know we're not going to have the body and our dreams overnight. We know we're not going to have the wealth and the abundance overnight. We know we're not going to be able to impact 1 million people in 1 night, and so on. But you need to be that person that will now, today. You need to be that person of happiness today. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be times when we're not going to be strong, and there's going to be times we're going to get knocked off our pedestal. But you need to be that person. It is 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. We've come back from a big function to be here to do this for you. This is what it is. It's whatever it takes. It's to do what others won't, to have what others can't. I don't do it well because I want to, because I don't look at that motivation. But people are sleeping, people are taking shortcuts. I don't want shortcuts. Yeah, I'll sleep when I need to sleep. But I want to be here adding this value, because that's what means more to me. That's a priority. I want to be a person of contribution. I want to be a person of health. I want to be a person of knowledge. I want to be a person of, of love and peace and happiness. Johnny goes, fireballs. You're a funny one. Alvy's birthday, we all drank a bit too much, and we all had these shotties called fireballs. I can still taste them, man, the cinnamon, crazy. You're a bad influence, Johnny boy. And, and all jokes aside, it was awesome to catch up with the guys as well. I flew down to Sydney early to see Alvy. Again, whatever it takes. Yeah, well, I'll do what it takes. Who cares it cost me a lot of money? Who cares that I had to rush around to do that? I did it because I wanted to show Alvy how much I care and respect him, and I wanted to be there to celebrate his birthday. These are the different things, guys. And why I say what you do in one area, you do in others. If you push hard in other areas, you're going to push hard in all areas. And that's what it's about, all right? So I'm going to finish up with this. This is about understanding, and be careful about, you don't give into, okay, I have to just do a job because this. Or don't give into depression. Don't give into so many other things. My mum goes, very proud of you. Love you, mother. So don't give in to what other people say. Give into greatness, and be that every day. Be that person that people inspire, because the type of person that I want to be, and that I will be, is I want to be that person, as the saying goes, because of Lee Bundy, I didn't give up. Because of Lee Bundy, I've given my wife, my kids a better existence. Because of Lee Bundy, I've seen and I've saved my life. And because of Lee Bundy, I've wanted to help others. And because of Lee Bundy, I've trusted in myself to have a better existence. And if we can have that in one person, two person, and so on, and then it's that positive effect, and it's the I want to be, not because of the glitz and glamour, I want to be because of Lee Bundy, I'm a better person, and that's my life purpose, and that's what I want to give back to you. And that's why I do bless where I've come from, and that's why I'm so passionate about how I speak and I talk about the truth and the messenger of strength. They're not just sayings, total domination. This is what I've lived. I've lived through the darkness, I've come into the light, and we're taking it to the next level. But what I say, you alone we're unique, together we're unstoppable, but I need you. All right, we're back. All right, I'm going to finish this off because the connection is pretty shitty and I was going to go around, but I don't want to wake everyone up. Can you see the W there? Check this place out, it's pretty cool. So staying at the W. So let's wrap this up. I just want everyone to function at their best ability. I want everyone to be pushing hard every day. And I want you to be sending this message out to people that if they're, I'm supposed to be like that, and I'm not supposed to be this, and I'm not lucky and all that, and I've got depression, and again, I've been talking to a lot of soldiers, I've been talking to Marines while I'm here as well. I'm going to be doing a talk as well with the whole thing about the blacks and the whites, how it starts in the mind and ends in the mind. So there's so much that what we're going to be doing and helping the world out. But again, it starts from the mind. People get caught up in the outside world, but if your programming, if your thought patterns, it's how you see the world is wrong. It doesn't matter what you do on the outside. You're always going to have that. You're still going to have the problems, and they're going to do. If you're inside and your program is fucked, the outside world's going to be fucked as well. So I'm sending you my love. I want to reach out. I want you to be able to assist me and assist my approach and about helping the world. Again, alone we're unique. Together we're unstoppable. So start helping everyone. The way you can start helping everyone is leading people on the right path, is educating people with what I'm educating you about. And I like to educate myself. I'll ask questions. I'll be around the right people to be able to lead me in these existence. But more importantly, I lead from my own steps. I lead from my own existence. So thank you, Mother, for being on. Thank you, everyone else, for being on. I love you all. I don't know if I'm going to sleep. I'll probably go to the gym because I'm pumped. I'm amped. This is something that I'm so passionate about. Like I said, it's 4 a.m. I don't want to do it while, get a tap on my back. I do this because at the end of the day, I want you to remember how much this all means to me and how much me improving the lives of others and giving back to the world a place of contribution and so on. And I want you to follow my footsteps, what fits right with you. And, the world needs more givers, less takers. Sending you my love from Hollywood. Mother, I love you. Everyone else, I love you too. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next couple of days. Sending you my love from Hollywood. Stay strong, don't believe the lie, and let's reach out. Let's get this message to the world. Yeah, share it, get it out. I know it's about 9 o'clock there now. Please, I'm asking you, I beg you guys, let's get this out because the world needs it, Even getting this message out, we could correct people, change someone's day, change someone's thought pattern, and more importantly, we could really save someone from doing some harm, yeah? And that's what it's about, saving lives, because unfortunately, the world is a dark place, the world is a place of suppression, and from the moment we leave our mothers, we are set up for failure, and it doesn't need to be that way, okay? I'm Lee Bundy, the CFO, Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength, and giving you the truth. Have an awesome day.